Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, I just dialed him again. I think he's probably away from the computing device.
Shit. Let me call him.
Call his ass.
Yeah. Ugh.
African American Trump supporter got standing ovation after speaking on the black community must see. Yes, must see that I'm gonna just not look at it. Fucking stupid.
Hey, now he's not answering his phone. I just talked to him.
Talk to who?
Oompy. Like literally 4 minutes ago. I said, hey man, get on. Biggie's on.
Oh,
Reached
right?
the voicemail box of...
Probably like, I don't know, maybe watching something like porn or something important.
That was a cute sound effect. Biggie?
Yes.
Hey, Biggie's here.
Of course I'm here. I'm not an inept computer user like Oompy.
Uh-huh.
Funny.
Hey, it's Oompy.
See? Always gets a response.
I had to actually fix my mic settings.
So is that the Blue Yeti?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh, you have a Blue Yeti as well? Oh no, you have a Blue Yeti. I just have a Snowball.
Yeah,
Nice,
I got it.
I like the Blue Yeti. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's a good mic.
He got the black one because he fantasizes about black penis.
You know it.
So when you talk to it, do you pretend to deep throat the
Oh yeah, yeah. I bend over and try to shove it up there every now and then.
Problem is, I could picture that. Don't know why. Are you?
Is that what you fantasize about? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Can we come full circle?
I'm sure I sound like shit because I'm plugged up. My mouth is dry as shit. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so my enunciation's probably going to suck.
Is it dry because you've been...
Oh my god. Are you recording this, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Well, Biggie might. He's our recording guy, remember? At least that's what it says on his paycheck.
He gets
Oh,
a
yeah.
paycheck.
I got a paycheck?
Well, if we ever get 1 million subscribers.
Nice, dude.
By the way, could you send Oompy a link to whatever the hell you used to record us?
Yeah, it's super easy. Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
Put it in the chat.
Can we, I want to try and pound a few different episodes out with you guys, not just the election. So can we start off with something easy like my review of Hacksaw Ridge?
Don't know what that is.
That World War II movie.
I sent a picture of my mic.
Oh, you have a pop filter on it?
Yeah, I put a pop filter and a.
Oh, it's very clean.
Yeah, I like it.
Huh.
Let me blow my nose while you guys joke off the technology.
I'm using that in a pair of Beats Studio headphones.
Studio headphones, eh?
Beats Studio.
Yeah, Oompy, he was giving you props for getting a Blue Yeti, but now that you said you have Beats,
Okay, then I'm
you
fine.
just...
Then
Okay.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
They're my girl.
Right on. Alright. Well, she clearly doesn't understand technology.
Yep.
Do I sound deeper to you guys? Have I aged a
A
year?
little bit. Do I sound any deeper as I deep throughout my microphone?
Just very clean.
Alright,
Clean.
so you are recording, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's actually start off with doing an episode about my computer.
By your computing device, why?
People look up technical shit. We might get like 100 views or something. Kind of weird, but yeah.
Right, the custom one you're building, right?
Eh? Oh no, I got a Asus.
Just a desktop?
Yeah, basically, me and Oompy wanted to get like the best computer we could for under, what was it, 600?
Yep. And it's a Asus MD something, I don't know. But it runs a i3, a higher end i3 with 8 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, and it's got a terabyte hard drive, and it goes, what was it, 3.7 gigahertz?
Yep.
Yeah, so this thing's pretty sweet.
Is there a reason you don't want to build your own computer?
I just didn't
Because
want
you
to.
can't.
Well, yeah, I just didn't want to deal with the hassle.
Are you in Netflix technology, as they say in this day and age?
Yes. Why do you think I refer to them as computing devices?
I think it's running a micro ATX board, and if I ever get my hands on it, I'm gonna make them upgrade to an SSD and put a small low end graphics card in there.
Cool. Sounds like alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever make it down to Georgia, I'll, which, by the way, now is more possible than ever.
Because you got moolah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Finally, that time has come.
Oh, Biggie, I started my own business.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good one.
He's a computer repair guy.
Go figure.
Nice. I do that, but for a company.
Huh.
Way better, because I get all the fucking bells and whistles that come with that.
So is this how IT guys see who has the bigger penis?
Pretty much.
No, actually it's not, because I don't care.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, whatever works for you, man.
Yeah. Well, this computer is awesome. I can finally play games that came out 10 years ago, Biggie.
I made him not watch porn.
Is that a slow clap?
Yes, it is.
That is a slow
And yes, I do not watch porn on this one because I love it, so don't want to destroy it.
Just run a VM and then watch porn tonight. If you really
I don't know what that is.
He couldn't run a VM if he wanted to.
Well, you could. You could do a light VM.
Well, he could, but I don't think he'd know where to begin.
Yeah.
Picture it like another computer inside a computer. That's a simple explanation that you could get.
Oh, okay.
What a VM is, well, it's a virtual machine, so you're running Windows within Windows.
Oh, that sounds weird, but anyway, this computer rocks, and if anybody wants to get it. It's pretty sweet for the money. And that episode. Keep recording though, Biggie. I'm just doing that so when I edit, I know when to stop.
I mean, it integrates with Skype, so as long as I have the call running, it records everything that the call.
Oh, I should probably take a look at what.
Until the call. I never even looked at any other ones. This is just the first one that popped up when you asked me to record.
Yeah. Let's see. So you don't know what Hacksaw Ridge is? I told you to check it out. You were like, okay.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you telling me. And then I remember that I said I was going to check it out. And then I also remember that I never checked it out. I forgot.
Well, it was a fucking awesome movie. You like Mel Gibson in movies, right, Biggie?
He's alright. He's alright.
Like Braveheart, We Were Soldiers.
He's alright. I wouldn't say if there was a movie in theaters, I wouldn't go out of my way to see it.
How about Apocalypto? You liked Mayans?
I actually never seen that movie.
Really? Okay. Did you see The Passion?
I prefer the Last Mohicans.
Hey, that's a great movie. I made Oompy, Chili, and Creed watch that before the big ass road trip of 2013.
Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah. Daniel Day-Lewis, motherfucker.
Yes.
This one was pretty cool though. Very violent.
Did they show it or did they hide it?
Oh yeah, they showed it. Though most of the like gunshot wounds and stuff was CGI, but the CGI looks a lot better than the CGI in The Expendables and even American Sniper. I would say this looked better than that.
Well, I'm sure what they probably did is they did like a semi-CGI type of thing, like what Mad Max did. They did like where they did actual scenes with stuff, but they did add CGI to it, so it looks real, but it looks a little, they could add more than what the real world would offer.
Yeah, and the flamethrower kills in that were fucking nuts. Probably the craziest flamethrower shit I've ever seen in a movie.
Interesting.
The story, though, is very good. I think Saving Private Ryan still has the best war scenes, but I like the story and the characters more in Hacksaw Ridge. So, overall, I would say Hacksaw Ridge is better than Saving Private Ryan.
So, while we're on this topic of why hasn't been a good, other than American Sniper, war movie that came out?
I don't know.
Is the government trying to brainwash us to not think of war?
Maybe, or Hollywood. I mean, you would
That's a fucking
think
joke.
with all the World War One shit, somebody would make a World War One movie.
Yeah, we get a bunch of World War II stuff. World War One, obviously, I think is out of style, maybe, since the younger generation doesn't really,
Damn kids.
I'm just speculating here. I could be completely wrong.
Well, you know what the story of Hacksaw Ridge is, right? It's basically about this guy, I'm trying to remember his name, Desmond Doss, who was the first conscientious objector to be awarded the Medal of Honor. He was like super religious and believed that he shouldn't.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah, he believes.
I saw the previews for that.
Yeah,
I
he.
like the actor in that, 100%.
Well, I don't like Andrew Garfield either, but he was really good in the movie. But he looks just like the guy, so yeah.
It's so okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, and basically he believed that killing was a sin and that he wouldn't even touch a rifle and stuff. So he basically became a medic. He still wanted to, serve his country and stuff. So he goes over to Okinawa, and ends up saving the lives of like 75 soldiers and stuff. I mean, I read his medal citation on Wikipedia, and I was like, holy fucking shit, what this guy did. Basically think Forrest Gump, but like 10 times that. And this was a skinny guy, man. This guy probably weighed like 130 pounds. And he's like having to use because they were on Hacksaw Ridge, which was like a cliff. So he's like having to lower guys down on ropes and stuff all by himself. I mean, it was fucking nuts. And one of the things I liked about the movie was it was not politically correct at all. Like,
really?
Oh my god, the stuff that happened in basic training and how they talked about the Japanese and stuff was hilarious and so refreshing. Vince Vaughn was the sergeant in the movie, and he was fucking hilarious. And he was pretty cool. So yeah, it was fucking nuts, man. The battle scenes are crazy. The first half of the movie is kind of like this love story, but it was actually pretty good,
Yeah.
Kind of made me want to go back to that time period when women were nice.
Dude, what do you mean?
You know what I mean. And they didn't weigh more than me, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, Oompy. But,
ouch.
Well, did you hear about the study that the average American woman now weighs more than the average man did in 1960?
That's believable.
You can't. I wouldn't say you could blame the person in that scenario.
Well,
the time has changed so much with
McDonald's.
all the processed foods
Yeah.
and all the shenanigans. Buy this, buy that, eat this. It's like everything you put in your mouth is gonna cause cancer 20 years down the line.
including penis is actually.
You went there, didn't you?
That's actually true, though. A lot of studies say oral sex leads to oral cancer.
So does cigars.
I'm gonna need you to see that study.
Yeah, I want to see that study.
Oh,
With those
okay.
pictures.
Okay. But, yeah, that's why...
What's the sample size?
Oh, my God. But that's why, like, if you look at the Olympics, our female athletes are kicking ass because we have the biggest women in the world,
Is that why, though?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've got...
I think there's so many external factors that it's hard to...
Well, that's why Southeast Asians kick ass at, like, gymnastics and diving and stuff because they're
But think
small.
about this. If you brought in athletes from other countries, gave them the same exact technology, same exact coaches, I can guarantee you that those athletes will be just as good as the ones we have here.
Well, now that the diet in China is getting better, they're actually getting taller now, so it's really diet.
Is it though?
Yeah. Because you got to remember, for the longest time, America was the tallest country in the world because of our diet, but now the other
I
countries
thought
are...
it was the Norwegians or the Swedish.
Well, actually, nowadays, it's the Dutch. They're the tallest country in the world. Like, the average dude over there is 6'1".
Interesting.
So, yeah, I think the average height over here is still like 5'9" or
8.
something. 5'8", yeah, something like that. So, yeah, the Dutch are fucking tall, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say though, on average, we spend way more per athlete here
Oh my God, yeah.
Any other country in the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. China and Russia are trying to catch up to us, but they just don't have the infrastructure of sports like we do.
And also, you also have to bring the factor that, other countries, you look at their sports inside in-house, right? Their domestic sports. The level of the level of sports we have here, because everyone gets paid and $1 million contracts and all that shenanigans.
Well, not just that, but all
it just makes people better.
And it's, we got all the Little League stuff. We got the college stuff,
Exactly. We got the Little League World Series that gets translated on TV, man.
Oh, yeah.
On TV, when you're like, whatever, however old they are. So you can be on TV at that age. That programs that in their brains to be good.
I think I'm going to edit the Hacksaw Ridge stuff separate from this and just have this be an episode titled Women Are Fat.
Oh, that's hard. Terrible. That's hard.
Or American Women Are Fat. Let's see if that gets some attention.
I mean, that's not even, America's not the fattest country in the world.
Mexico is.
Well, good to know. The diabetic going down to Mexico in less than 8 days.
Oh yeah, Oompy's going to Mexico. First time
you're diabetic?
Yeah.
Oh my God! How many episodes am I gonna have to make out of this? Fuck.
What happened, man?
All right, Oompy is diabetic. Go.
Okay,
I haven't talked to you guys in a bit, so I never knew you were diabetic.
Yeah, I got to about 230 pounds and then started pissing a whole lot. And then they were like, yo, you're dying. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? They're like, take this pill.
So now, when you take the insulin shot, do you ever try it in a jugular?
Oh, no, I don't take insulin.
Wait. Oh, what type of diabetes you have?
2.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now you're controlling your diet, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, controlled diet, a pill to help stimulate my pancreas to produce more insulin, that bullshit, yada, yada, yada.
And if he gets a lot of monster in him and he starts to die, he just chugs a lot of vinegar.
No. Okay, Wolf has explained that a bit wrong. Okay.
Uh-huh.
There have been studies to show that apple cider vinegar in controlled amounts will actually bring down your blood sugar in a decent way.
So basically, Oompy wakes up after a sugar hangover and goes, oh shit, I'm dying, where's the vinegar? And then pounds the vinegar, and hopefully he doesn't have to go to the ER.
You have an IV of vinegar while you're eating a steak?
No. Absolutely zero sugar in my life. Nothing with sugar in it. And I use an apple cider vinegar pill.
See, this is why I cherish the sugar.
Okay.
I don't eat sugar on a daily basis, but when I do it right.
Oh my God. I need to cut back on mine. My mom got me addicted to sugar again, bringing me apple pies and ice cream and stuff.
I didn't wind up getting fat until I came back from Georgia, Wolf.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I blame your girlfriends, though.
No, because if you remember the last time I went to Georgia, I was single.
Is that why I weigh 149 pounds right now, Oompy?
No, you know how to turn down food.
Well, yeah. No, Mom, I do not want the lasagna with garlic bread, even though I do want that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and it sounded good to me, too, and I was a badass.
Well, how many meals...
So you just ate everything you saw, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, how much do you actually eat, Oompy? Because when I went down to Florida back in 2011, I lost like 10 pounds just from sweating and it being hot. So, like, how much do you actually eat?
On an average day, pretty much, I'm supposed to eat 6 small meals a day.
Okay.
To maintain my blood sugar while still not eating too much to cause spikes and
how much calories do you think?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Well, that depends on what you eat. So.
Yeah. I don't really have a set calorie intake. It's more carbohydrates.
If he goes to McDonald's 3 times a day, then you're screwed.
Yeah. I probably only do about 1,800 calories a day. Just because I'm not a big eater and I don't really have time to eat that much.
I mean, a meal for me is like a sandwich, and that's pushing it.
Well, we also live in a country that has giant portions.
Well,
so
yeah.
If you were in Europe, that'd be a lot easier because anywhere you go, just smaller portions.
But the thing is as my weight keeps decreasing, my blood sugar is becoming more under control. Right now, I'm seeing like perfect, like whatever. You know, my blood sugar is staying in the 80 to 120 range, which is normal for the average person.
To me, also.
Yeah, how are you doing, big stuff? I remember you were
You're all right.
250-ish was your mark, or the mark I arbitrarily
it's
set
like
for you?
270 now.
Okay. And
I've been saving myself for Thanksgiving now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been eating the salads, dude. I've been doing everything I can in my power to savor that moment of Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
With turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes, and then food coma for the rest of the day.
Food coma? I want to make a point of food coma.
No.
Diabetes. Food coma. Haha. Funny.
Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oompy almost had a few incidences with that, or a few close calls, I mean.
That's because they were messing with my medications.
Yeah. You guys can't hear this asshole on the lawnmower, can you?
Nope.
Good. It's fucking middle of November. Who mows their yard?
Well, I'm sure in Georgia.
Yes, I can.
It doesn't snow yet, so.
Yeah, well, if I'm picking that up on my mic.
The listeners don't care. They're tough, I guess.
I
But,
can't hear anything.
Noise canceling headphones.
yeah. Well, just try to ignore it. I guess I could shoot the guy, but
Grab the musket.
Take your axe out and go ask.
ask him to kindly shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I hate. You have no idea how much I hate the sound of lawnmowers. I just cannot stand that.
Why?
It sounds like
They're mowing grass. They're making the world look nice.
Yeah, I just hate the sound of it. I don't know why. Like, if I'm trying to watch a movie, I don't want to hear that. If I'm trying to play a game, I don't want to hear that. And if I'm trying to read a book, I don't want to hear that.
What you're saying is if I just found the sound of a lawnmower and started playing it, you would get upset.
Yes, I would.
it almost sounds like a Cessna flying over.
Oh, that's great. Hey, you got a big ass plane over your house.
Noise of Cessna.
God.
Like
So, in short, try to eat better, people.
Yeah. Don't be like me. Eat more cake.
Oh, God. Okay, Marie Antoinette. And, or actually, laugh again, Oompy. You dick. Alright, and that one. Okay, I don't even know what episode that was. Oompy has diabetes, I guess. Let's go back to Hacksaw Ridge. I can edit that back together. So, yeah. So yeah, Hacksaw Ridge was fucking awesome. Go check it out. I guess I'll probably buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. There's actually
No, you won't.
there's a shit ton of movies.
No, you won't.
There are a shit ton of movies I need to buy. I just am...
No, you won't.
Now that I have a Blu-ray player, there's a shitload of movies I need to get.
How's the Xbox treating you?
It's pretty good. I hate the fucking dashboard.
It's fun when he fucking plays it.
Yeah. You need to get one, Biggie. Biggie, do you want me to get you an Xbox One for Christmas?
I get one. The thing is, I got one too early, and then you guys didn't have one. Well, actually, maybe Oompy had one, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wow, this is lame because no games are on this. Games are not backwards compatible. This was 2 years ago. Well, now they are, but this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was in the early stages of Xbox One.
Well, they got the Battlefield 1 500 terabyte Xbox S for 300.
Terabyte.
Oh, god damn it! Yeah, the Battlefield 1 500 gigabyte. Thank you.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 Xbox.
Gigas.
That sounds racial. Okay. Let's see. It's the Battlefield 1 500 gigabyte Xbox One S for $300. So you could get that, Biggie.
Well, I had a 500 gigas, but I felt like that wasn't big enough for online games.
Well,
it was 50 gigas.
Yeah.
Okay, what I did, I only had a 500 gig myself, and I bought a Western Digital external,
Hard drive.
hard drive. It's,
I know you could do that. I just didn't care to do that.
Just plugged it in, and now I have like 4.5 terabytes.
What's the official support of external? How big can you go?
I haven't seen anything that I can't handle yet.
Okay. Well,
Not sure.
Well, if you just want to spend like $50 more, you could get what I got, the 1 terabyte Xbox One S for $350.
Yeah, but with games.
Or I could wait for the Xbox Scorpio.
Yeah, that doesn't come out till like next November, butthead.
And play at 4K.
Yeah, well, actually, the Xbox One S does do native 4K support.
Yeah, Biggie, come on.
Bollocks.
Well, just come on. We need another person on Battlefield 1. Totally.
PC, man.
Oh, fuck the PC. You know you want to get some achievements.
You can get achievements on a PC, right? It's not a thing.
Yeah, it's on Steam. Yes, I see them.
No, it's on Origins. It's not Steam.
Oh, okay.
Because doesn't want to be into Steam. They want to make their own thing.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
So, yes, Big Daddy, you should definitely get an Xbox One.
I need to get a One S myself because I upgraded my my TV to 4K, and then I only have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I just don't think I would ever play it, though.
Oh, you would. You would. You know what you should do, Biggie? Wait for either Cyber Monday or Black Friday, and I bet you could get a really good deal on a Xbox One S.
When I got my original one, I got a really good deal. You trade in your Xbox 360, you get $200, and then you just buy the new one for $200.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess I could keep an eye on it for you and send you. I mean, do you even have money right now?
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know then.
Yes, that is good to know.
I have something to work with.
The thing is, there's a list of things I need to get for the future, not for myself, but for
jumbo size fleshlight?
No, an iPhone.
Big black microphone.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. However, I have been thinking about getting a headset instead of having a desktop microphone. I don't know because I don't really like I want the USB quality of the USB quality that a desktop microphone provides, but I want it to be a headset.
Okay.
So it's kind of the I haven't looked into it, but I think that's what I'm gonna go for.
So in short, Big Daddy is going to get an Xbox One S with Battlefield 1. And
I'm gonna get a Scorpio. I'm not gonna get an S.
Just get an S. It's here, right now.
No, I'm gonna get a PS4 Pro.
I'm gonna shoot you. Just get a fucking Xbox.
Because it has VR support. I'm sorry. I've got the
Scorpio. That's the entire point of it. Okay.
You do remember the Scorpio is going to be like 4 terabytes or something?
That's not that much.
That's a dick load, Oompy.
Not when it's 100 gigs a fucking game, and I guarantee you.
What is 100 gigs? Battlefield 1 is like...
Wait until the fucking DLC comes out, my friend.
Oh, okay. Not every game has a shit ton of DLC.
Okay, I want to see how much Andromeda takes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
March 2017.
Alright, so Big Daddy, get an Xbox One so we can play Battlefield 1. You will like it.
No. He's getting the fucking Scorpio, Wolf.
I wanna wait a fucking year for that. I need a medic now.
But he does.
Especially...
Yes, I'm gonna get a PS4 4 just because.
Just to dick you over.
God. We need a medic, especially if we're gonna start playing hardcore.
I'm already playing hardcore, you fancy ass.
There's no hardcore in PC, I don't think.
Update dropped 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then never mind.
Oompy likes it. I haven't tried it yet because I've been too sleepy.
Oh, it's super easy, dude. I hate the iron sights in every gun. I hate the iron sights.
Well, then be a sniper or something.
Dude, if I was in World War One and they gave me the iron sight, I'd be like, oh, well, I better just run out there without my gun and die. I won't be able to use this thing.
Do it the Soviet way?
Yeah, with a stick in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that Calibri and just go like, pew pew.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
the little 2-finger gun.
What class is that?
You have to reach rank 10 as a sniper, and then it unlocks it for all
Dude,
classes.
if you reach level 10 as a sniper, then you shouldn't play Battlefield 1 because it's a team game, not a sniper game.
Well, they kind of help.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that helped by using their flashlight to highlight other players. on.
Flare.
Excuse me, hardcore, you can't highlight no one.
On hardcore you can't, but you can in normal.
And on hardcore, I was, picking guys off at about, 500 yards.
Well, actually, now that you say that, what I like playing is I like playing with the shotgun. Just running around with the shotgun.
You get a shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Shotgun with the hip fire. I don't aim down sights because whoever does that, yeah. Why would you ever aim out down sights, dude? Just hip fire.
Okay.
Typically, when I'm using my submachine gun, I never aim down sights unless they're, 75 meters away.
Yeah. I do the same with my Lewis gun.
Wait, so what classes do you guys play?
I usually do sniper. I'm doing the other ones just to unlock weapons and achievements.
Why are you playing sniper? Useless.
Well, when I'm not in my tank, I'm sniping. How about that?
So wait, does that mean you play Rush a lot?
We don't. No, we just do Conquest. Oompy's starting to like Rush, though.
Yeah. Rush is a lot more fun in hardcore.
Well, yeah, because it's one shot, one kill.
Yeah, with just about anything. I got shot in the
Exactly.
back with a fucking 1911 one time and just dropped dead right there.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd get really frustrating if you get spawn on a squad and just get killed over and over again.
No. You gotta work your way into the battle. And it's, they got rid of the dots over top of your friendlies' heads as well in classic Battlefield. So you actually have to aim at the target to find out whether or not it's a friendly or an enemy. So when you're around that corner, you really don't have the time to make that decision, and you could...
Wait, the friendly fire's on. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it's like
I
one
totally
bullet.
kill my own players. I wouldn't even care.
God. That brings back memories. Oh, I actually got to use the flamethrower for the first time last night. That was a lot of fun.
I never actually got my hands on the
Well, see,
flamethrower.
you see now, you can use the flamethrower more often if you weren't sniping.
Well, you have to.
What
You have to get the kit.
Exactly. But since you're always not near the battlefield, you can never get the kit.
Well, they finally put a marker where it is when it's good to go and get it. So now I know where to go and get it.
It's always been there, Wolf.
I never noticed it.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
sniping! That's the whole overall theme of this.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
let me make the point that I have saved some fucking asses with that rifle, okay?
What rifle? Oh, the sniper
sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
The theme of the entire conversation.
I was choking on my morning phlegm.
You have morning phlegm all of a sudden? Maybe because you're a fucking sniper.
Maybe. Okay. So, enough Battlefield 1. Do you guys want to get to election 2016?
Yes.
Donald Trump for president.
Let me drink some water.
Now, funny thing we bring this topic up, because yesterday I saw actually a fuck Donald Trump rally in Boston, which was so hilarious. I was so confused on what they were doing until I listened and they said, fuck Donald Trump. And I was like, what? Like, I don't understand what the point of this is.
They're just bombs.
And then somebody said that at least they're not burning the flag, and I'm like, who would burn the American flag? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you burn the American flag, then you're just stupid.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, that's just...
Okay, if you don't want to be in America, then go to Syria. Go ahead. Go over there where ISIS is, and let me know how that works out for you.
Allahu Akbar. Allah.
You know, like, I just don't get it. Everyone complains and strikes, and that's fine. Freedom of speech. You can do whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't burn the flag and say, oh, fuck America and all that, this and that, because...
Well, I mean, you can.
Okay, you can. You can say that. But if you think about it, it's a lot better here than it is other places. A lot better.
Yeah,
There's a reason people come here from other countries and try to make a life here.
Yes.
There's a reason why there's millions of illegal immigrants here, because, you know what? That country is pretty rough.
Yeah, you want to try being an illegal immigrant in Mexico? Well, unless you're a gringo, they like your money. But if you're like from El Salvador or somewhere, they throw your fucking ass out.
I just that's the part that bothers me about the whole like strike. Okay, you can strike. You can say whatever you want. Freedom of speech. I have no problem with that. But saying I'm gonna move to Canada. Okay, go ahead.
God.
Move to Canada, man.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Move to Canada. Move to Mexico if you want. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself happy.
Oh, and you know what, Biggie? None of those people are doing that.
No, they're not. Because they look at that, because it's a big change. Are they going to do it? No, they just say it.
No.
Say it to get attention.
Can I make a point?
Yeah.
The Canadian immigration website crashed the night Donald Trump became president.
I did see that, but that's because they're trolls. They're never going to go through with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Until I see the statistic where it says after the 2016 presidential elections, 10,000 or 100,000 people migrated to Canada, then I'll say, okay.
Canada confirmed that people were trying, but also confirmed that they already have the laws in place to where we can't come over unless we're skilled laborers.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what Donald Trump is trying to do.
Dude, they don't even let you in their country if you have, like, a criminal past. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts with comedians and stuff, and they'll try and go up to Canada to, do some comedy festivals and stuff. And they'll actually get stopped because the Canadian border guards will go through their past, and if they have like any drug charges and stuff, they don't let them in the country. Yeah, so if they got caught with like marijuana or something, you're not in the country.
Yeah, but marijuana is legal in medical marijuana is legal in Canada.
Yeah, now it is, I guess. And
so now how is that going to work? If you say were caught when you were a teen, like let's say a young professional. Let's just go with that political.
Because it's not medical marijuana, it's criminal.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
But it's probably changing around now. Well, did you hear California has legalized it, and so did Massachusetts.
Baby.
Florida's up next. Don't worry.
They're gonna have a tough time in the South, but
yeah, I know they are, but Florida's already working on it.
From what I've seen on my job, it doesn't really need to be legalized.
Oh, I know. But
I mean,
conveniently,
it's you'll have a nice, good, you'll have access to it for recreational, but I think employers are still gonna. That's not gonna change, right? The rules of employment, where it's saying you can't,
nor with the military.
Yeah, that's not going to change. The rules are going to stay the same. If they say drug tests or whatever the employer's laws are, you have to abide by them. So,
and
now it's just accessible. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
medical marijuana is for disabling diseases
like cancer,
such as
AIDS.
cancer.
That's a gray line in my opinion, because if you go to the right doctor, you say, "Well, I have depression." And then you go through the symptoms and say, "Well, okay, yes, you are indeed depressed. You can get medical marijuana prescription."
In most places, you have to get two doctors to sign off on it. Okay. So there has to be some sort of consensus. And by the way, fair game, Wolf. Crohn's disease is considered a disabling disease. So good luck.
Well, it is when it's full blown, but. I have never done drugs, and I do not intend to, so I'm good.
Weed isn't a drug, dude.
Oh my god! And all that medical mumbo jumbo. I'm like, bullshit.
Well, see, the thing I'm interested in is in history. There's definitely been cases where certain drugs were used, but we just don't know about them. That's what I'm interested in.
Well, yeah, I mean, cocaine used to be used.
How the things like marijuana, cocaine, how are they used in history? Because
Coca-Cola,
right, Coca-Cola, right. But we grew up with the government and everybody thinking that drugs are bad because look at these people that ruin their lives with them. Bubble is changing and saying, well, are they really that bad? Like, you're not a messed up individual. You have your life under control. Everything's good. You're making money. Your family. You have a family. Everyone's happy. and then you use a little bit of cocaine on the side or something like that. What's gonna what are the implications of that? That's what I'm interested in.
Okay. I don't think you've heard about this. Biggie, do you remember Scooby?
Yeah.
Okay. Scooby is one of the Afton boys, and they used to be these kids we played Halo 3 with, in case people don't know. And they were from Afton, New York, so we called them the Afton boys. Basically, the Afton boys were Scooby, Jesse, and McLovin. Well, I talked to...
Scooby, I remember that guy.
Yeah, Scooby. I talked to McLovin about 6 months ago, and he told me that he and Scooby started doing pot about a year ago, and Scooby basically lost his fucking mind and started doing LSD and stuff, and then he tried to scam his friends out of money for drug money and stuff, so they basically had to just cut him off. So Scooby is basically just roaming the streets of New York somewhere.
Well, listen, but that's not... That is the perfect example that everybody wants you to see and to say the drugs did that to him.
Yeah, but I'm
of the opinion that that's not the drug, it's the person, dude.
I agree.
From even if you didn't do drugs,
it'd be something else.
He would have gotten in some sort of trouble without drugs.
Yeah, but it's still pretty fucking crazy, man. We knew this guy when he was 12 or 13. Now he's just some crazy drug-addled dude.
Yeah, it's not only that.
You have to use the thing between your shoulders, and that's your brain.
Oh, come on. I thought you were going to say hips.
Well, I mean, I throw mine over my shoulders. So.
I guess. Right on.
Oh, my God. Hey, why is Oompy carrying that sack? That's not a sack.
See, I think it's a case-by-case basis, right?
Yes,
if you know you have an addictive personality and you know you can't handle it, then don't do it.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the election. Enough with the drugs. All right, so...
That is part of the election because it was on the bill.
I know. That's why I'm keeping it in the episode. So, let's see. Let's just start off real quick. I was pro-Trump and still am. How about you, Biggie? Let's just see where we stand.
I didn't want to vote for either.
I was independent.
Yeah, I didn't want to vote for either candidate, but my thinking was if I was going to vote for somebody, since I like neither of the candidates, but it was my first election and I had to vote, I wasn't going to take the easy way out and say I'm going to, not vote. So my thinking I'm going to vote for somebody who I think in 4 years will have the country, okay, it's bad that the country won't move forward, but in 4 years, if it's still stable, I'm okay with that. Because, the outcome of looking at the candidates, that's what my thinking was. So I voted Hillary. Because I was thinking if the houses go Republican, at least there would be opposition if Hillary was trying to do something crazy, something that was not in her agenda.
Yeah.
And at least there will be that opposition to kind of hold, obviously separation of powers to hold her down. Basically, doesn't go south or
so check and balance.
Exactly, and the other thing is I would rather prefer a Supreme Court justice to be selected by a Democrat versus a Republican. That was my idea as well.
Why?
Because I think Democrats are. I agree more with Democrats on certain issues than Republicans.
On social issues?
Social issues, exactly.
Okay. Well, basically, where I stand is I'm a typical fiscal conservative, social liberal guy. And I think that's what most of the country is. Most of the country says, yeah, I think you ought to be able to do whatever. I just don't want to pay for it. That's basically the thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, if you want to do drugs, go do drugs. If you want an abortion, go get one. I just don't want my tax dollars going to it,
That sounds fine.
Now, the reason why I love Trump is because, and I'm not a Republican, don't get me wrong. I would never vote Republican, but I like Trump because he's killing the political correctness that has been eating away at our country. he's a businessman, and I've always wanted the government to be ran like a successful business. And I think he's funny as hell. Like, I've watched pretty much all of his speeches, the debates. I mean, it's just hilarious. And I do not like Hillary whatsoever. I think she's corrupt. I think she's a bitch, basically. But, and a liar. Like, holy fucking shit.
I don't think she's a very nice person on that level, and I think she's definitely widen.
Well, you know what? Like, behind the scenes, she's supposed to just be a terrible person, but in a way, I kind of like that. Like, she's cussing at the Secret Service and stuff, throwing stuff at people. I kind of like that if they would have shown that side of her a bit more.
I think secretly, she's got to be a psychopath, man.
Oh, yeah. And probably a lesbian.
I mean, I guess all politicians are probably like that because, you know, they smile, they tell you one thing, but behind the scenes, they could do the worst thing possible. They could write off 1,000 people's lives and not even think about it, not even blink.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
And just like at World War One.
But when you come down to politics and all that, someone's got to make those decisions, and the people who have been doing it for that long are numb to it.
Well, and another thing, too, about Hillary Clinton is the people around her are just nasty, lying sacks of sycophantic shit. So if she became president, I mean, we would have just had all those people in the administration, so that would have been terrible. But
way to nail that political correctness, Wolf.
Well, yeah. I mean, they...
You know what would be interesting to see? If you remove the parties, let's say you remove the Democratic and Republican parties and just presented the candidates as a candidate, not a party candidate.
Yeah.
So you said, here's Donald Trump and here's Hillary Clinton.
Well,
see how that outcome would have happened.
Well, you remember how the government used to be. I think it was either the House of Representatives or the Senate would actually decide who became president. It wasn't up.
I don't think that's fair.
It wasn't up to the people, but it was up to the people to elect the House of Representatives and the Senate.
As much as I like to think that system's supposed to work well, where you're supposed to elect somebody to represent you in government, you know, there's so much stuff that we don't see that happens, like buyouts and bribes and things like that. It's all up to one person. So you could be speaking for 30 million people in your state, right? You know, and that person could be bribed. And what happens then? Then you're not representing the people anymore. Then you just elected you. Then you're representing the interests of whoever paid you.
Okay, so the way, I think, what is it, Germany? They do it by the parties, not by the people.
Well, and you have to remember, too, in Europe, there's more than the two big parties we have. Like, there's, you know, several parties over there.
Right.
That's how the Nazis came to power. They weren't the big party. They won by like 30%, but they got the majority.
Let's say this. Let's say they didn't present neither Trump nor Hillary, and then they just presented the ideas for the for each individual party based off of the candidates.
Okay. Let's see. Where were we? Biggie, what were we talking about? I'm starting to lose track.
How you weren't a fucking sniper?
No, shit. What were we talking about? Think.
How Hillary was a lying bitch.
Well, yeah, just,
going back to that?
Yeah, I guess. But now that if you... What?
Is he even here?
Yes. Hello, Biggie.
Yeah, what's up?
All right.
Hi, Biggie.
Was someone directed to me?
Yeah. No. I'm just losing track.
I do. You know, one thing I do want to say about the election is that I agree with the idea that Donald Trump brought of breaking down the norms of politics.
Oh my God, yes.
However, I think generally people that were looking at following the election and are looking at Donald Trump and thinking about voting for him is the problem is how he presented that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
if you had a candidate who was let's say he came from a business background, however, but he presented it in a formal way where he said, here's what the government's doing. Here's what the government's been doing for the past an X amount of years, and it simply is not working. The whole politics of government is not working, and this is what I'm going to change. If a candidate presented it like that in a formal way, without coming at people and being bold and just out there, coming in from left field, I think the election would have been a landslide.
Well,
First president to come in from left field like that. There have been plenty of other presidents who have talked about the size of their dick.
But see, here's the thing. There's other presidents that have talked about the size of the dick, but they didn't say, here's the size of my dick. Basically just saying it.
well,
They could have said it in another way that is... maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe that's what I just want to hear.
but you have to admit Trump was refreshing.
It's funny to watch his all the things you've said about people.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I just personally think if it was directed at me, right? It's because none of it's directed at some one person, random person. It's directed at some high level politician or some Hollywood actress or things like that, right? If it was directed at me, I just wouldn't want to hear it in that way.
Well, yeah.
It's just like, it just sucks, right? If you're going to work and somebody's like, hey, you're a fucking piece of shit. It's like, wow, I just got here and I just heard that. It's like, what am I supposed to do for the next 8 to 10 hours?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing with Trump is we've never seen anything like this. I mean, this win by him is the biggest, craziest surprise election in American history. I mean, this is crazy.
I saw it coming secretly.
Yeah.
Well,
It was kind of obvious.
Because you're not going to go up to a pollster and say, I'm going to vote for Trump, because there's so much animosity that comes with saying that.
yeah.
Well, they were talking about depressed voters and how Trump actually had backers. People were voting for Hillary mostly because they didn't want Trump to win.
Yeah.
Right.
But he had a energized base. I mean, and he worked his fucking ass off, man. I mean, he was flying to like 4 different cities a day, doing like an hour-long speech in each one, and drawing like 20,000 people easily. Like, I mean, it was huge what he was doing.
And he had supporters. He had the people who would grab themselves and 10 other people and go down to the booth. Hillary had the person who, again, did not want Trump in office. They went down there and they voted.
And she could not energize her base whatsoever. I mean, she was having to get like John Bon Jovi, LeBron James, Jay-Z, and Beyonce on stage with her and stuff. And
that's not new though. Other presidents have done.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Democrats try and use Hollywood all the time, but I think a lot of people are tired of that. Like, fuck you, Hollywood. I'm not gonna vote for somebody just because you're voting for somebody.
Well, Americans are stupid.
Well, yes, but, that's another thing, too, is the left tries to portray Trump supporters as being ignorant and stupid and just not knowing what's best for them. And
if you don't listen to the news and you just sit down and look at it yourself, you can figure out, basically. But the problem is, some people don't have time for that.
Well, yeah, I get that. And I watch the news and...
Because the news is also very biased.
Yeah.
Depending on which station you watch, it's biased to one side. So
absolutely, yeah.
Certain news biased to the right, and other news are.
And then people listen to which bias they agree with, so that they can be, confirmed and stuff.
Obviously, no one wants their opinions challenged. I mean, I don't, but I still have to listen to that. Because
that's natural and stuff, and I get it, and I'm definitely, I definitely do that a good bit. I mean, I'm not going to sit down and watch MSNBC for 3 hours like I do with Fox News, but I also listen to a shit ton of political podcasts who are usually done by liberal guys like Joe Rogan and Dave Rubin, and I love those guys. They're very, very interesting guys, and they're very brilliant with their thought processes and stuff and just how they look at the world and stuff. But I can also say, well, I get what they're saying, but I disagree with them here and there, but I'm not emotional about it. Like a lot of people, if you disagree with them, are gonna just, you know.
I think that's a good point.
Like, we could not have Chili in this podcast right now. Like, if Chili was here, he would just be going nuts about, Hillary and how much he hates Trump and how much Trump is a racist and a bigot and all this stuff. And I'm like, how is Trump a racist? Like,
he did say some pretty racist things.
Well,
it is.
All right.
Say that he's a racist because
all right.
He's said some racist.
All right.
Stuff.
Which
You can't
one?
dispute that.
Well, which one was? Tell me the quote.
When he's talking about illegal immigrants.
Well, you know what? That was day one on his campaign too.
But I'm saying it's on record. He said it.
Well, okay.
There are no take feedback.
Okay. You know what that was? You know what that?
It is there. He did say it.
All right. You know what that was though? When he was saying a lot of the Mexicans coming over were racist. I mean, not racist, rapists and criminals and stuff. You know what he was talking about, and he was doing a bad job of talking about it. He was referencing a report that had recently come out at that time, saying that 70% of women who crossed the border were sexually assaulted. So that's what he was meaning by the rapists.
Okay.
So they were being they were being sexually assaulted by the coyotes and other people coming across and stuff.
Statistic is out there, and the study's been done. You can cite a study. I have no problem with that.
But he did it in a poor way.
But he presents it in a way where it's basically racist.
Well, yeah, he's generalizing. He's not saying, hey, there's this report of, all this terrible stuff happening to people who come across the border and stuff. But, I mean, I'll cut him some slack just because that was his, that was the speech in which he said, I'm running for president. So, he's gotten a little better since then. But,
And another thing I think a lot of people are not thinking about is, you have to give the guy a chance. I mean, he is president. There's nothing you can do that will make him not president tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I wasn't happy when Obama was elected because I knew exactly how that was going to go. But I was like, all right, whatever. Let's see if he proves me wrong. He didn't prove me wrong. But I have to say, though, I was at work the morning of his inauguration, and that was a cool moment, having the first black president elected. That was a cool moment. But
he didn't do any worse than anyone else, I'll tell you that much.
He made the country much more divisive. Absolutely.
Is that one man's fault, or is that
the people he had in his administration, Eric Holder, they bitching about cops. Basically, well, you have to remember what Obama was. He was a community organizer. He wasn't a governor. He wasn't a senator for long. I mean, he was basically a senator for 2 years, spent half that time running for president. I mean, he was the most unqualified person to be elected president in probably 100 years.
Since Donald Trump.
Donald Trump's worth a couple of billion.
Right. But that's different, though.
He's not a politician.
Exactly.
Okay, so Obama has a year.
Conversation, it sounds very biased.
But it's true.
You're not looking at both sides here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Obama was a senator for 2 years.
How long was Donald Trump a senator?
Never.
Huh.
Point.
Oh, okay. Does being a senator for 2 years?
Then what's your point?
This is the bias that's coming through.
Then what's your fucking point, Wolf? If being a senator doesn't matter.
Well, I'm saying that Obama was the most, unexperienced guy to be elected president. Okay. And then you want me to say until Trump. But Trump has experience.
Trump is not experienced at all.
If you're looking at just political career, well, technically, if you're just looking at political career, Obama had more experience than Donald Trump.
But Trump has ran businesses around the world. I mean, he has connections.
Right, but we're looking at political career. We're not looking at businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying a different kind of background experience.
Okay, sure. If you're looking at a general experience, then yes. Then
I mean, and you have to remember, he was the real estate mogul of New York City, so he's having to rub shoulders with every politician in New York City. I mean, he actually had Hillary Clinton at his wedding. So
that's fun. You could have anybody you want at your wedding.
Yeah, so I mean, Trump's been to like every country on the face of the earth, basically.
You're coming through right now as a Trump supporter. That is the definition of a Trump supporter. You're not looking at both sides.
Well, what do you want me to say about Obama being elected? Like he was qualified when I don't think he was, but
I didn't say he was qualified.
I think overall Trump is more qualified because of his decades of experience as a businessman, running successful companies and being, going around the world and having to make a living. Obama never did that. He basically got into college, became a community organizer, and then got elected to the Senate for 2 years. Woo. He never had to make payroll. He never had to run a business. He never had to deal with problems that, the common people have to deal with. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Trump
wait. Exactly.
Did Trump deals with common people issues?
Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't think so.
He could go
multi-billion-dollar.
Well, you have to remember, he could go bankrupt tomorrow. He absolutely could.
Technically, he could.
Yeah.
But
anyone could.
No, I'm talking not with stocks though. Like Warren Buffett when what was it?
Stocks.
Well, when Warren Buffett, I think, lost like $1 billion one night when the Wells Fargo thing happened. Like he lost $1 billion.
He's a multi-billionaire, so if he loses one, sure it hurts, but
yeah,
it's not gonna make him bankrupt.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot more risk when you have a lot more to lose, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying that Trump is like, a lunch pail guy.
I mean, it's plausible. What you're saying is plausible.
Now, a lot of people look at Trump's kids as like a really good example of how Trump is because his kids are terrific. Like they run businesses and they're kicking ass.
But his kids are not the president of the United States.
Yeah, but they're just looking at, like, even Hillary Clinton in the last debate, there was the question, all right, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton basically say what you like about the other person. And Trump said about Hillary is, he said that she never gives up and that she's tough. And then she said, well, his kids are fantastic. So, yeah.
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, his kids aren't running for president, but they're definitely going to be advisors and stuff.
Okay,
sure. So they could have some effect on.
You're saying that Donald Trump is good because he can handle economics well.
Yeah.
Okay, so wouldn't that fall under the Economic Council, not the President of the United States?
Well, he gets to basically... Well, a president can do a lot with the economy. Like, he can say, hey, like the big thing that's going to come up is the, like, $1 trillion infrastructure bill that he's going to pass, like, within his first 100 days.
Okay, so we're talking passing bills and not actual, like...
Well, the president, the executive...
He's paving the groundwork.
Yeah, that's what the executive branch is supposed to do. You're supposed to say, all right. I want to move the country towards this, and the House of Representatives and the Senate...
House gets to shoot it down for you, and then...
Or pass it.
It's square one.
Yeah, like...
No, I'm just a girl here.
Well, yeah.
No, the thing is with the Oompys, the House and both the Senate are Republican.
Yeah,
first time. But now it's not going to be an issue, of course, yada, yada, yada.
Well, and that's a good thing.
What the fuck is that pop banging in the background?
That's Biggie's chair. It's tired.
That's my radiator. It's has water going through it at the moment. I'll mute my mic.
No, it's okay. That's okay. But, yeah, that's a big issue because that's the first time since, like, 1928 the Republicans have had all three branches. So I'm kind of happy about that because, let's see what they can get done. And if they suck, let's vote them out. Let's try again. So it's all on the Republicans now to see if they can get...
I totally agree with that. I have no problem with giving them a chance.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. And honestly, I do have to give Trump a little props on the song that he played when he won.
Which one was it? The Rolling Stones one?
Yeah, Rolling Stones. Can't always get what you want.
They played that through the entire campaign, which is the interesting part.
Yeah. And, and he also did, we're not gonna take it.
Yeah, they played that at the rallies, is from what I understand.
Oh, the funniest one I ever saw was his first rally. They had a band there that was playing Van Halen songs, and one of the songs was you remember 1984's "Jump," Oompy?
Yep.
You might as well jump. Except the band changed it to "You might as well Trump."
Oh my god. No.
That just sounds more cheesy than
Oh yeah. I mean, it was horrible, but it was still hilariously bad.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, you have to remember that's how Obamacare came into being, because when Obama came in, he had the not sure if he had the House or the Senate. I think he had 2 out of 3, and that's how they were able to get Obamacare through.
Right.
Speaking of, have any of you had to deal with any of that shit?
Yeah,
negative.
I'm starting to have to deal with it.
Yeah. My doctor.
What do you mean by deal with it? You mean like having to pay Obama the fees
like,
and stuff?
Yeah, it's.
No, I don't have Obamacare, so.
Yeah, what kind of health insurance do you have, Biggie? Do you get it through your work?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but that's just a fucking mess, and
it is a mess, and it's not exactly what they were intending to do with it.
Well, some of it is. Some of it is.
Well, some of it is, yes, but there was a lot of shit added into it, and a lot of shit taken out.
And the Democrats would say, well, the Republicans blocked everything that we were trying to do to try and fix it. But I'm like, well,
yeah,
you shouldn't have tried to ram it down their throats. You should have worked with them to begin with. Because that was the thing. Obama was supposed to be this great unifier.
Wait. You want the parties to agree on something?
Well, that's how it's supposed. That's how it's supposed to work. I know it's laughable. I know. But that's another thing. That's another pro thing about Trump is he's a businessman. He gets deals done, and that's why.
I wouldn't even call him a Republican.
Oh God, no. I mean, most of his life, Trump was a Democrat. I mean, I've watched a ton of documentaries on him, and they've all been fascinating. I mean, he's a New York guy, so I mean, he's not, full-on Republican.
Which is what makes it interesting, which means that technically, I guess he would kind of fall into that independent category. Not really Democrat, but not really Republican kind of feel.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to just be a wait and see, what happens. But
he's a Democrat and a Republican Party. Yeah, that's weird.
And the people he's putting in his administration, I think, is going to tell us what's going to happen. And he's doing a pretty good job so far. He's definitely going to be tough on Islamic extremists, which is good. And he's also going to try and get the economy going again, which is good. So we'll just see if it works. But as far as Obamacare goes, I think the way the Democrats got it in there, it's going to be very hard to fuck with it. So he's going to have a hard time messing with it. But the thing that he's talked about in his speeches and stuff is the problem with our healthcare system is that it's very regional. Like, let's say Blue Cross Blue Shield gets the southeast part of America, and then Aetna and all these other companies get other parts. That kills competition. So basically, you're stuck with their price. What he wants to do
which is a monopoly.
Yeah, and he's wanting to get rid of the borders for that and open it all up. So I can buy a fucking policy in Rhode Island instead of having to be stuck with this expensive policy. So competition will hopefully make things cheaper and better for us.
Well, that's always what it normally does. It drives the price down. I believe in, laissez-faire. The idea that less is more in economics.
How does that work?
Less government intervention leads to a more open market where competitors will actually drive the price any which way by, supply and demand.
Absolutely. That's capitalism 101, baby.
Yep.
So hopefully, because I am going to have to get some health insurance, but I'm definitely going to wait until we'll see what happens, because Obamacare sucks.
Going back to Trump, there is something that I was reading about. He wants to increase the Navy's ships how many ships we have in the Navy from, 270 something to about 350?
Yeah, because I think our Navy's like the smallest it's been since after World War II or something like
Yeah.
that. And the good thing about that is because our Navy can actually go and kick some ass. Like, it can actually make a difference.
Yeah, not even kick ass. I mean,
well, like, let's say there's
humanitarian.
Yes, like
shit,
let's
dude.
say there's a crazy thing going on in Africa. Like, what's the guy's name? Sebastian Younger talked about this. He's a very good writer. He was in like some African country. I can't remember which one, like Sierra Leone. And there was like a purge going on, like the military was killing civilians and stuff. And we actually had like a destroyer off the coast, and the people were pleading with Sebastian Younger to go and get the American Navy to come and stop this. So the Navy can really do some important stuff. And with all the shit China's trying to do in the South Pacific, we need a strong Navy.
We currently have our spy planes over top of their artificial islands.
Have you heard about that, Biggie?
What's that?
China's actually building artificial islands in the South Pacific Sea.
They are calling it their unsinkable aircraft carrier. Air-to-surface missile defense systems, all sorts of shit. I believe one of them has a submarine base.
As much as I like the American military to be great and things like that, I just...
You don't want to...
Humanitarian is fine.
You just don't want it to lead to a big war. You just don't want it to escalate.
What I don't want is...
If war is coming, it's not going to be a matter of how state or military.
That's not how you should think about that. If you say a war is coming, let's get prepared for. Like,
that's what leads to World War One.
Yeah, if you say that, then of course it's gonna come. But if you say, okay, if there's a tension, how do we de-escalate the situation?
Basically,
why do Americans have to be the poster child of going into countries and being the people that
because we're the only
countries out there in the world. Why don't they help? I have no problem with humanitarian
Well,
help.
Trump
it's just not as publicized.
Well, the thing is, that's where Trump stands. He doesn't want us going to these countries. Nation building.
I don't agree.
Let other countries handle their own business.
But,
that's how it should be.
But another thing too is, Biggie, we're the only superpower. So
we're not the only superpower.
Nobody is close to what we can do militarily.
I mean, economy-wise, America has the largest economy currently in the world. That is fact.
And the most advanced military. I mean, nobody has.
Sure, you could say that, but
although that
size, China has a bigger military by size.
That J-20 stealth fighter is pretty nice, Wolf. Although they completely ripped off the design of the F-22.
Well, yeah, that's another thing with.
I'm not saying technology-wise. I'm saying military size. China has a larger military. That is a fact.
Well, they outnumber us. Of course, they're going to have a large military, but we have a more skilled military.
Why? So we just standing army for what purpose?
Why
do we want to fight each other? Is that what it's going to come down to? Who has a larger military? Okay. We can't settle this a human way, so we're going to do the normal thing, which the history
has seen with the olive branch.
Let's fight it out like we've done in World War I, World War II, because that is the proper way of doing it. Like, what? Dude, we're in the 21st century. We can't figure it out.
Well, okay, all right. This is what I think our policy should be: peace through strength, and that's why we need a strong army and navy.
That's why we currently have our fingers on the.
Well, if our military is,
we're gonna maintain peace, but we're gonna have 10,000 nukes to back us up just in case.
Well, if we have a strong military,
let me ask you.
It would be suicidal to fuck with us.
Yeah, let me ask you this. If we didn't have those 10,000 nukes that we have, okay, what says that they can't come over here, turn us into a parking lot, and do whatever?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that the rule should apply to the entire world, not to one country. You can't just say, okay, one country, you can't have that, but we're going to have that. Either everybody has it or nobody has it.
Well, that's the thing, too, Biggie. You have to remember, we are basically providing protection for Western Europe and Japan and South Korea. That's another thing that Trump is bitching about, that these countries aren't paying their fair share.
Exactly. Well, let them handle it.
Another thing too is about peace through strength is Obama's been a pussy as far as that's gone. Why do you think Putin took that part of Ukraine? Because he knew Obama wasn't going to do anything. So another thing with peace through strength is, hey, don't fuck around. Just, stay in your area, play nice.
You think Trump's going to do something if when Crimea was taken by Russia? You think Trump was going to go in there and bomb Russia?
I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he would. Yeah.
So that example is totally...
Because that's the thing in this entire campaign. He's bitched about Hillary being a warmonger. Like, she voted for the Iraq war. She did Libya and stuff.
Pulling it up from an economic standpoint, the military spending, the increase in our military, our Navy especially, we need someone to man those extra ships. We need someone to build the ships. We need someone to supply a fucking burger on the ships, okay? We're growing the military, creating more jobs in the United States for fucking laborers like us.
Yes, it's all good. Everybody's happy until I have to go and pay my taxes, and then I get raped in taxes because I have to support the military because we want to have a large military.
Well, that's the thing, too. We've got to balance the fucking budget because we're going to be $20 trillion in motherfucking debt, so...
Yeah, why don't we talk about that?
Yeah.
The fact that we are in crazy debt, and there's no way we're going to get out of that.
And let's not even talk about Social Security and Medicare, because our generation's not going to see a fucking dime from that shit when it comes time. Because we're already pissing money on that. So by the time we're like 65,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a problem I have.
It's a tough problem to figure out, but I don't think war is the answer. Because if war does break out, it will kill, I think, way more people than it did in World War II.
Well, yeah, has the potential to. But I don't see a war between us and China and Russia coming. I think it's going to be more proxy shit, like the Middle East and maybe some smaller countries in Southeast Asia.
That's how World War I got started.
Yeah, but that's also how the Cold War was done. So maybe we would get in another Cold War. Like, you have to remember, Iran has killed thousands of American soldiers through use of proxies during the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts. They gave money and arms to the Shia rebels and stuff. So, that's why I'm not a big fan of Iran and the Iran deal. Let's not even get into that. But, the money thing, Trump's going to have a tough time because he wants to rebuild the military. He wants to do a $1 trillion infrastructure bill, and he doesn't want to touch entitlement reform. So I'm like...
I think infrastructure is important because I do know that...
Roads, bridges, and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. We are some of the worst at maintaining our roads.
But we also have a shit ton of roads and bridges.
Oh, yeah. Look at
we do have a lot of that, so it's hard to maintain when you have...
I think statistic I saw was that we have enough roads in America to wrap around the sun a couple of times.
Yeah, so that's just crazy.
But how are we going to pay for it all is the question, and I don't know. Trump's going to have to find a way. He's going to have to find a way.
I think what it comes down to is you can't increase taxes because the taxes are already high enough where the middle class is already paying for so much.
Oh yeah, the middle class is getting fucked.
So I think the answer is you have to just make the government and all the stuff more leaner. Just make it more efficient.
Well, one thing that Trump was talking about building, getting businesses to come back with all their money is he's going to tax them less. Because right now we have like the world's biggest business tax on big businesses and stuff. So he's going to drop that from like 30% to 15%. Now all these companies will bring their stuff back here.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Instead of exploiting cheap labor somewhere else, they should exploit it here, is what you're saying?
Not just labor,
Unlikely
money.
that will ever happen.
Yeah, I
Not-
doubt that will happen.
Well, not just labor. I'm talking like money. They keep their fucking money offshore. Like half the people who got rich with Facebook, they don't even have their U.S. citizenships anymore because they don't want to pay taxes on it. So they like moved to like Singapore and a bunch of other places and renounce their citizenships because they don't want to have to pay 30%, income tax and stuff. So if you lower that,
you get rich in the country and then you leave because you don't want to pay taxes.
yeah.
See, those people should be brought back and then trial.
It's too late for that.
Well,
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be in the country, get rich off the country and off the people that live here, and then say I don't want to pay taxes, yeah, I'm gonna need you to stand in court and then respond to that one.
Yeah, it's not patriotic and it's not being...
then go ahead to Singapore, start Facebook, and then pay whatever taxes they have there in Singapore or any country that you started in.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. It's supposed to be fair. And that's the problem when it comes down to it, is companies always try to find loopholes, and Trump did it himself.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Pay taxes.
Because he's a smart businessman.
The taxes are what's killing business. Okay, how the fuck are
businesses are always going to do that.
But
it doesn't matter if you set a tax to one. Businesses are still going to try to circumvent the tax and make sure they don't pay any taxes in the country.
But you have to look at it too. If you're the CEO of a business, it's your job to do that because you have.
Right. It's okay for you to be in the country, operating,
we're not
taking the money
right.
from the people, and then at the end, when it comes time to pay up for the stuff that you've been doing the entire year, you say no, we don't actually make any money here. That's okay?
No, but
it's not okay. But
what you're saying is that taxes are so high that the companies can't pay. Okay, so then don't take the money from people.
No, it's not that they can't pay. It's just that they can get a better deal somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, then take all your business and then move over there.
But you have to look at.
But if everyone does that, that cripples the economy.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter the way they do it. They're gonna still do that. They're gonna do it here. They're gonna do it in China. They're gonna do it in UK. Anywhere you go, companies are gonna do the same exact thing because the people don't change. The people stay the same. People here in America, people in Europe, Asia, anywhere you go, the mentalities will be always the same.
But we can find a balance because you have to.
I'm fine with that.
You have to remember, as a CEO, it's not just you. You have to find the best deal for your employees. You have to find the best deal for your stock.
Please,
have to.
That is yes. A CEO that says yes, I'm doing this for my people.
Well, you have to.
People don't even see that money.
Well, you have to remember stockholders.
Stockholders, the rich ones. All the rich people that buy the stock.
Not necessarily. I mean, when you're a CEO of a traded company, your balls are held by the stockholders.
Yeah, exactly. You have to satisfy the stockholders.
Because if those stockholders panic and sell off their stocks in your company, bye-bye. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if a CEO says, we don't want to pay taxes or we want to hold this money to do something better with it, that is utter bullshit.
Yes, but
bullshit.
Yes, but they do it. Like, look what happened. Look what happened to France a couple of years ago when they went full on socialist, taxed the hell out of the rich. All the millionaires went to Russia. Yep. But now that they're kind of slowing that down and changing some things, now those millionaires are coming back to France.
The idea...
Right. The millionaires are going to change their mindset of trying to get rich off the others.
Well, I mean, that's the idea, though. You have to get as much money as you can. But if they are providing good jobs, good paying jobs for people, then everybody wins.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But no rich person will ever do that, trust me.
Well,
let's say this.
We'll see.
Okay. Let's say Trump went through with his plan and imposed a tariff tax against imported goods from China. Okay? Yeah. So anything coming from China, your fucking new iPad would be 25% more because of the imposed tax. Yeah. It would kind of force these companies to either start making them here or pay, in loss of business because of the increased.
Well,
Shit.
that scares
maybe the
the.
companies could agree that that iPad that's being sold for $600 cost $100 to make, and maybe we should lower the prices on the iPads.
Then they start losing money.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much money do they really need?
It's not about how much you need; it's about how much you can make.
Why does the CEO of some company gets paid like 13 mil for what?
Okay.
To read emails every day?
Okay, Biggie, this is how capitalism works. You make how much you're worth.
So if I set a value of 13 mil to read emails every day, I should get paid 13 mil.
If you're worth it. Like, okay, let's look at sports. Why does LeBron James make $50 million a year? Because he's worth it.
Yep.
People are willing to pay that much
for that labor.
Yeah. And let's look at...
It's not the fact that he's reading emails. It's the fact that he knows how to deal with the shit that's in the email.
Right. He reads emails specifically that allows him to make 13 mil a year.
Well, you make what somebody's willing to pay you.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's how value works. Fuck.
Like Biggie, you're willing... Like, people are willing to pay that much for an iPhone,
Yep.
I guess maybe we should stop buying iPhones.
And then guess what? Okay. Then the price is going to drop. Everyone's going to go to Samsung. And Samsung's going to set the price. Okay?
Then we go back to iPhones.
But,
the iPhones are going to go right back up. Imagine if everybody...
And we bounce around.
What do you think people do on a daily basis?
That's why I'm telling you to get an Xbox One on Black Friday when it goes on sale.
Okay.
Yeah, but even when it's on sale, dude, the companies still make a fuck ton of money because of that.
Duh.
Because people are buying it when it's on sale.
I understand you can't live in a world without stuff, right? Whatever, right? You have to buy something.
You can.
It's not like I can't just go out there and buy nothing.
Yeah, you can sit at home and not buy anything.
And then
they have to buy food and stuff, to buy clothes to wear to work, and etc. etc.
Which is why those companies make those products in the cheapest places they can.
Capitalism work. I'm just being a devil's advocate here,
saying
that it's the whole thinking is that if we as people, as consumers, right? Consumers drive everything.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Nobody. If nobody bought gas,
exactly. If we just said, no, Apple, go fuck yourself. We're not going to pay $1,000 for your iPhone. Why don't you lower the price to a reasonable price, and then we'll buy it? Why can't we do that?
Well, that's where competition comes in, like we were talking about with our medical insurance.
There is no competition.
Because the moment that we say that, and then the media gets a hold of it, Samsung's going to drop their price about $200.
Well, then it's a choice. But I'm just saying iPhones. Let's just say you look at Apple and an Apple products. You strictly want an Apple product.
Well, dude, I mean, Apple's not doing...
Then you're going to pay the price for it, because that's what you want.
No, what if we as people said, you make this in China, where you pay somebody $1 a day to make this, and then you bring it over here, and then sell it for $900, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and I don't want to pay that price. You either make it here in the United States...
You're not paying for the device. You're paying for the name. You're paying for the stigma of having it.
I mean,
the difference between your
you do. Partially, a percentage you do pay for that, but you do pay for the device. You don't just pay for the name.
Oh, please. Okay, you know how much that fucking iPhone
99% of the product cost does not come with the name. If it did, I think that a lot of people would get very angry.
How much is your iPhone worth?
How much you will pay for it.
I can't even make an estimated guess because I don't know what the price
Your iPhone is worth how much you will pay for it.
A cheap 8-megapixel camera, LCD screen, touch sensor.
Think about it. How much is a diamond wolf? How much is a diamond worth?
Diamond wolf? A diamond wolf?
Think of it. How much is a diamond worth? Thank you. It's worth how much somebody will pay for it.
Yeah.
That is the shittiest way to set a price on something.
No, it's not. Okay, it's the most brilliant way
I
to
pick
set
up a cheap product in my kitchen.
How much are you worth?
And then I'm gonna say, I only made 10 of these. These are worth $1 a piece. You're gonna pay that is bullshit, man.
Well, nobody's gonna
pick up a price on something.
Nobody will do
Let's
that.
have a fair system where
Maybe.
you can have a fair price that the consumers get.
Well,
Okay,
think about it. If I see a movie on sale for $10, I'm like, I guess I'll buy it for $10. But if it
Okay.
was on sale for $15, I'm like, nah.
You
That's
can
how
fix
it works.
computers, Biggie, right? Okay, my computer's broken. How much are you worth to me?
I don't know. What are you willing to pay?
There
See?
you go.
Cha-ching. There we go.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you ask me that question on a total and real basis, I'm going to charge what I think is a fair price for my services.
Yeah, it's
Now, I
arbitrary.
could totally jack up my price and say I'm worth $100 an hour, which is what most people do because, right, you're only supposed to care about yourself and all those shenanigans.
No. That's just how much the service is worth. That's
No, at the end of the day, you set a price that what you want to make, dude. It's all about selfishness. You can't say it's not. It's all about selfishness. That is exactly what it is. If people said, "Well, I fix computers and I can fix this for you for $20," no one ever says that.
It's not about selfishness because guess what? I can be selfish and say, "Hey, it's going to be $300," and you can say, "Go fuck yourself." It's about what people are willing to pay at the end of the day.
That was some good stuff. Let's get back to the trade wars.
I love you, Biggie.
I mean, I know. Hey, I'm just being a devil's advocate. Just because
I know.
I don't like the way. I just don't like the way we think about as a people.
Neither do I, to be honest with you.
Because, okay, right there and spend thousands of dollars on an iPhone every 2 years and every year that it comes out. It's like, really though? If you just didn't buy that piece of crap every 2 years, Apple would say, okay, well, people aren't buying this piece of crap. We should probably make it better. But every revision that comes out, people just go out there and they buy the crap, the thing, and then they use it for a year and then they throw it away. And then it goes in the ocean somewhere.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty gross, and I don't
because
do
we're
that.
not affected, right? We don't see that. I don't see that on a daily basis. I don't see. I'm sure. I don't know if you guys see it. If I saw that, I would think twice about that.
Yeah, I mean we are pretty wasteful just because it's cheaper to be wasteful,
It is cheaper to be wasteful.
But I mean that happens though, especially in pretty crazy markets. Like look at video games. Why do you think Assassin's Creed isn't coming out once a year anymore? Because their sales were starting to go down. So they're like,
Speaking of Assassin's Creed,
no.
The one looks shitty.
Oh,
the remastered edition of
Did you guys see
Oh,
the
okay.
trailer for the movie Assassin's Creed?
Yes, it looks really good.
Yeah,
It doesn't look too bad.
we might need to go see that. All right, back on subject. Trade wars. Oompy brought up a pretty good point. Trade wars with China scares the shit out of economics people. Economicists, whatever they're called. So, yeah, economists. That definitely scares the hell out of them. Like putting a tariff on goods. Like because right now we have a free trade thing going on. We don't charge them extra money for selling us products. So that could actually we'll see what happens. But
I mean, I think it's a symbiotic relationship. America can't live without China, and China can't live without America.
yeah, but Trump is right about China fucking us. Like a lot of our businesses going over there are just like let's look at Boeing. Boeing's going over there to build a big ass factory. China said to them, "All right, we'll let you build your factory, but we want to see all your secret stuff, like all your designs and stuff first." And Boeing had to do that. So that's pretty fucking bullshit. Why do you think China's copying all of our military technology? It's because they're hacking us and doing that kind of shit. So we need to be a little bit tougher with China, but I don't know about full-on trade war.
I have that is a complicated problem to solve.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, and that's, it's fair. It's not exactly our thing, Biggie. Hopefully Trump gets people in his administration that is their thing.
Hopefully.
But another thing about your money thing, talking about consumerism, Joe Rogan talked about on his podcast, he had an interesting idea that basically what is money nowadays? It's just numbers. There's no gold backing it up. There's nothing really tangible backing it up. It's just numbers in a computer.
Yep.
So what is money going to be in the future? Is it
Well,
gonna?
I think what it is now is our confidence in the money. So
Yeah.
like, if we believe that it's worth something, then that's what the value is.
Are we talking about the value of money? I step away for a moment.
Yeah. Like, look what happened.
Paper money is nothing.
Well, look at what happened to the British pound after Brexit happened. The pound went way down, but then it came back up once confidence came back to the people.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
You look at consumer confidence and the value of money. A lot of that is with the banks and the FDIC.
Yeah. And so Joe Rogan was talking about how we might actually go back to like a trade economy.
Barter system?
Yeah, barter system. I don't think that's going to happen, but...
Yeah, that is a very complicated system to maintain.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll give you this pickle for 3 hours of work. Like, how's that going to work?
No.
But you got to think, though, with technology growing at such a crazy rate and hacking and just... I mean, the internet might... Like, there might not be any secrets anymore within, like, 20 years. Like, look at what happened during this election.
No. There will be.
There's always going to be secrets.
But...
Because okay, so, you know, if you can't maintain a system or you can't defend a system from somebody trying to access it without access, then you just make sure that system doesn't have access. The only way you can access it is physically.
Okay.
So, and if you really want to go a step beyond that, let's grab a sheet of paper and a safe.
Sure, there you go.
But then that takes you back to 19th century.
Yeah. Who gives two shits? If it's more secure, then that's what you need to do.
Okay. But another thing, too, is mind fart.
You want a mind fart?
Mind fart?
Well, you have to admit, we're talking... God. You know we are talking some complicated shit that's blowing some minds right now, right?
They opened my eyes.
Just exploded. I don't know if I can go back.
Dude.
Talking about legalized pot.
Ever since we'll stop being a fucking sniper.
Yeah, see what happens when you look out in the world when you're not a sniper? Things just are better.
But
so much things to talk about.
But yeah, I guess in closing, I mean, this Trump election has just been nuts. I mean, I watched it every single day because basically what I watch on TV is History Channel and the news. That's it. So I got to see basically all this stuff happen, and it was just insane. But a lot of people kind of predicted Trump winning, like even a year ago. Like there's are you guys familiar with the comic strip Dilbert?
Negative.
Yes.
The guy who does that, Scott Adams, basically predicted Trump winning because of his persuasiveness, and that was very fascinating. Like, because Scott Adams is a trained hypnotist, so he's trained in the arts of persuasion, and so when
I don't know if I believe that you could predict something like that.
Well, he said just by watching the debates and
Didn't the Simpsons predict that?
Well,
the Simpsons predicted it too. Yeah.
Well, that was when Lisa Simpson was the president. So she was like, "Oh, the Trumps," you know. So yeah, that was in an episode. That was a pretty funny episode.
I'm interested to find out what is human perception of prediction. Is that if it actually is possible to predict something?
Well, Scott Adams said, and I could send you the links. It's very, very interesting. He was like on Dave Rubin and Joe Rogan, and he just noticed the skills that Trump was using in the art of persuasion. Like, he kept talking about the wall. He kept talking about lying Ted Cruz. He kept talking about crooked Hillary, just using these kind of gotcha lines and kill shots, you know, to damage somebody. But he also kept using these slogans to get his base up and going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, at some of his rallies, it was like a goddamn WrestleMania thing. Like, Trump was shouting, "What are we going to build?" And then the crowd would be, "The wall!" And who's going to pay for it? Mexico! You know, it was all that kind of crazy shit. And
Interesting.
I guess it worked. I mean, he was right. So, it's just a crazy thing.
He did a good job at motivating people to get out and actually do something instead of, you know...
what Hillary did.
Right.
And I think all the WikiLeaks stuff hurt her, and I think just her being a liar and all the people around her being liars. I mean, just tell the truth.
How about them reopening an FBI investigation? Or it was the FBI, wasn't it?
Yeah, James Comey, a week or 10 days before. I'm not sure how I feel about that because it turned out to be nothing, but, I mean...
It turned out to be nothing. Right. Just like it turned out to be nothing the last time. Nothing connecting her.
Yeah, but we'll see. They're still looking into the Clinton.
I find our email scandal so funny.
But they're still looking into the Clinton Foundation and stuff, and you know why 10 days before they opened it up? It's because they found a bunch of stuff on Uma Abedin's laptop with Anthony.
I don't live in a cave. Come on, man. I read the news.
Because they were going through that computer because of her ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, Anthony Weiner.
Jesus Christ, that guy, though.
Do you know about all that shit?
Yeah, I followed that.
Okay.
It's just so bonkers, man.
I know, it's
just
insane.
Bananas. That guy is just bananas.
I mean, it's just fucking insane. You cannot make this shit up. Like, Trump winning.
Exactly. It's literally like it's in a movie, man. It's unbelievable. That it's just, I was like, wow.
I mean, Trump winning, all this Anthony Weiner shit. I mean, Hillary might have lost the election because of Anthony Weiner.
Weiner.
Yeah, I mean, my God. And this is another reason why it's better to be honest with people, because the Clinton machine could not tell the truth to save its ass. Literally, it could not tell the truth to save its ass.
It is difficult to persuade people after that.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to believe you, you fucking lying asshole, yeah?
The honesty is the best policy kind of deal.
Yeah, or at least...
Religion is just becoming a cult?
or at least be smart with telling the truth. You don't have to tell everything, but don't lie.
There's aliens!
Yeah, don't bury it like they did. And don't lie over and over and over again like Hillary did for years. Now let's talk about the protests. I guess let's end it on that. What do you guys think about all this crazy shit going on? Because you know, if Trump had lost,
and that protest was on fire.
And the media, oh my God, the media would be going bonkers if this was Trump's people doing this. If Trump had lost and they were doing all this shit.
Maybe. Hard to say. I think it's if you want to protest, I'm all for it.
Yeah, we're fine with it. Just don't burn shit. Don't threaten to kill Trump. They were shouting rape Melania Trump, which is going to be awesome having Melania Trump as the first lady. I mean, wow. But just don't be dickheads.
Isn't it about getting something done instead of just looking good?
Yeah.
What happened to your testicles, Biggie? You've changed, man.
Hey, listen. In any other situation, yes. But we're talking about the First Lady and the President. That's the highest, level of power you're supposed to have in the United States. You gotta have something done, all right?
I believe Michelle Obama did a good job as First Lady.
Well, other than starving school children, I guess she did okay. I know a lot of people like her.
Make a difference in the way kids ate.
Yeah, Oompy.
Shut up, fucking sniper!
And it comes full circle.
Oh my God,
fucking sniper!
You know what? I might just say fuck it and just have this be a one giant episode because of all these references we're doing.
All right.
But I'm not a big fan of Michelle Obama just because of the things that she said in the past. So I know people like her, and she does handle herself well and stuff.
She's an amazing figurehead for First Lady.
But just the stuff that she says and the way I think she looks at the country, I just don't like her. But Melania is going to be awesome because she's beautiful. Heads of state are going to definitely want to talk to her.
She's going to talk about bullying online.
Well, yeah, but you have to remember... I know, but you have to remember, too, she speaks like 5 or 6 different languages.
Oh, yes, 5 or 6. Oh, my God. The only one in the world that could do that.
You don't think she's going to charm some heads of state?
She's going to do something with some heads of state.
Oh, my God. Don't even talk about Trump and some of the stuff he said about women.
Yeah, I mean, he's also.
But come on, we know guys who talk that way.
No, it's what was the news said? It's locker room talk.
Yeah. And I love how the NBA guys like Doc Rivers and LeBron are saying, we don't talk about women like that. I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, like, Like, really, guys? You're not having threesomes in a hotel in Vancouver at all? I mean, you're not doing that? I don't know why I picked Vancouver.
I think they're both married, so.
Well, they are
maybe
now.
earlier in their career.
Oh my God, you're going to tell me 18-year-old, fresh-eyed in the NBA LeBron wasn't throwing dick around?
I don't know what to say to that.
I mean,
I wouldn't know, so I was not in his circle.
I mean, yeah, okay. But, yeah, some of the women's stuff, I mean, whatever. I don't really care. But, all the
You don't care about women, Wolf? What are you, a fucking
Not
sniper?
really. Not really. They're doing better than I am. Women are kicking ass nowadays compared to men.
Well, maybe you should get off your ass and do something. Maybe you should run for president.
Oh, okay.
I can't run for president. Someone has to.
Well, you could run for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can get a governor of Massachusetts. There you go.
There you go.
Wolf. You should run for sniper.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean the protesters, yeah, do your thing, but just don't block traffic, don't burn stuff, and go get a job, you fucking losers, or play a video game. I mean, who protests? Like what? Like what would?
Protests are supposed to be there to get awareness on an issue.
Yeah, but you could just, I don't know. I just look at protesting as kind of lame. Like, just.
Well, maybe there's nothing in life that's angered you enough to go protest.
Yeah, let's not burn things in the streets. Let's just hack the White House's website and call it a day.
Oh, okay, Anonymous. Basically, how I roll is if somebody on TV bugs me, I won't watch their show. If a channel like if ESPN has a policy I don't like, I won't watch their channel. If a video game doesn't look the way I want it to, or whatever, I'm not going to buy the video game.
You're going to mod it. Oh wait, you're not PC.
Oh, okay. If things aren't the way I like, I just won't have anything to do with it. That's kind of how I roll. I'm not going to be like, even though I will bitch about the endings of Mass Effect 3, but I still bought the game.
You and every other fucking fanboy did.
Yes, but I still bought the game, so, yeah. And a lot of these people didn't buy the game, if you know what I mean. They didn't vote. They're just bitching and moaning and all that kind of crap for really no reason. Did you like that? Oompy?
That was something. It wasn't good. It was something.
Oh, okay.
Something I'd hear from a fucking sniper.
Ooh.
That's good stuff.
The theme here is overwhelming.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I think we should close. So, this is going to take me a week to edit this goddamn episode. So, in short, rock on. Actually, we should talk about emotions versus logic, I think, before we go, because
I got to be at my computer job by 2.
You said 4.
I told him to.
Oh, okay. Well, then, motion suck.
On a Saturday?
Yeah, I make my own hours.
He's his own man, Biggie. So, in short, motions suck. Don't think with emotions. Don't vote with emotions. Think and vote with your head. Okay?
Which head?
The penis one.
So we're talking about the First Lady here.
Yes, of course we're talking about the First Lady here. Go with Melania Trump. Or Ivanka Trump. All right. Take it easy, people. Don't get mad at us. We're just a bunch of losers who like to think.
Yeah, I know nothing about politics. Just a little bit about economics.
Yeah.
But even though I'm an idiot and everything.
And Big Daddy likes weed. That's about it.
Yeah, go weed. Fuck yeah.
Go Massachusetts.
420.
And
Cut.
All right. Be sure to save that Biggie and send it to me, baby.
Yeah.
And don't fuck it up for the love of God.
Dude.
Well, I have to be terrified. You know that. I wonder if I can eat breakfast now.
Yeah, I need to go ahead and kick the AC system back on.
Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off.
My fish are dying because I turned off their filters.
Nice. You sounded good. I probably sounded like shit. I hope the sound quality is good.
Oh, it sounded good on my end. I was running a low-pass filter through mine.
I just hope...
trying to eliminate any background noise. I got a few little ticks in there. I was letting Audacity run my background